This is a live and learn that all of you ladies out there need to see at one point or another, because we all have what? We all have these. And, and we need to support them, secure them, do something with them somehow. So. Well, hey, Mom Nation, it is Katie, and I am here with one of our lovely members from our Mom Nation New Hampshire group for an awesome live and learn today. This is a live and learn that all of you ladies out there need to see at one point or another, because we all have what? We all have these. And, and we need to support them, secure them, do something with them somehow. So we have the absolutely lovely Natalie with Ruby Ribbon on with us today. Hello, Natalie. How are you?
Hello.
Doing well over there?
Yes, enjoying the day. It's nice and cool today.
I was going to say, how's the weather over there in New Hampshire? You got sunny skies?
No, it's cloudy and cool today and it's supposed to be rainy, but tomorrow is supposed to be nice and hot.
Nice.
So enjoying the coolness.
Oh, good. It's nice for you guys to have a little bit of extra summer over there, because I'm from there and I know summer's very short.
Yes, especially this summer, we've had so much rain and cold days, which is really strange for here.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully the sunshine will come out for you. Talk to me a little bit about your background. When did this start? When did you start getting into the bra business, and why?
Since I had boobs. I've always had bigger boobs. When I was younger, I had a double D cup, very young, and I hated my bra. And I've never found anything that was comfortable, that didn't dig in. So I've always been on a mission. I have talked to my aunt about making our own bras, because everyone has bra issues. And she's much older, so it was always just talk, but she always wanted to. And I've always been searching. I have tried everything available. I go to specialty stores, I get fitted. A lot of the times I leave empty-handed with suggestions to order online. Now that I've had kids and breastfed kids, my boobs did not shrink like I was promised. They got bigger.
Uh-oh.
So instead of a double D, I'm up to a K cup. It goes through the alphabet. That's like, I was shocked when I'm like, wait, it goes past D?
Yeah, I didn't know that either till I met you.
Yeah, it goes so far. And in my search, I had discovered so many women had the same issues, either having asymmetrical breasts, one size larger than the other, or large cup, small band, small cup with a larger band. There were so many problems women were having finding bras. I used to think if you had smaller breasts that you were so lucky. And since finding Ruby Ribbon, I've discovered that it doesn't matter what size you are, we are all struggling. I came across Ruby Ribbon and was just blown away, because they're like, we can fit anyone. Most places only go up to maybe a G cup.
So you were struggling then being a K?
Well, yeah, comfortable. There's the other brands that are wireless and they don't go up as high in cup size. They only go so far, and that's a lot of brands. They cater to a certain size, and it's not all inclusive. And I feel like with Ruby Ribbon, it is. But I came across them and I said, okay, fine, I'm going to try this. This woman had larger boobs, so I trusted her. And at first I hated it. I said, this does not work. I did not go with her recommendations and I got a size too small. And so when I finally agreed and got the size that she said I should try, it was like I was in heaven. And that's how I came across it and got involved, because if I've always struggled, and finding all these women who have struggled with the same issues, if not their own issues, I knew I just had to share them. Whether it became a big deal or not, people just need to know that there is an alternative, and these are definitely it.
Absolutely. Let's talk about fit a little bit, because this has been something, like, I'm 42 years old. I feel like until I met you, I still didn't know how to find a bra that fit, or didn't know how to properly size myself. And I'd have, the bra strap riding all the way up here, and I'd be yanking it down constantly, or it would be too big and it would be too bulky in my clothes, or the underwire would be like way over here or something like it seems like a huge process to size.
It is, and it's actually, with doing this, I have figured out certain ways. All of our camis are different length. Well, not all different lengths, but we have different lengths, different shapes, and different support levels. So I do offer those virtual fittings. That way we can get you started where you would be recommended, and I can help with that, 'cause it's different than a bra and it fits different than a bra. It does sit up higher in the back, and that's what helps smooth out your back. Whether you're having a demiette or the full cami, you will get that smoothing in the back, so you won't have the creases. And also for the cups, they're individually molded, and so they're soft. Let me grab this one. It's like a soft cup. So when you have it, it looks really funny.
It does.
My kids are like, look at your saggy boobs. Because it looks like, how is this going to do anything? But then after you, so it will hold and support each one of your breasts separately. So then when you have it on, I'm actually wearing mine. Thought I'd show it off.
Nice.
So it's on, it's fully supporting both my breasts. They're separated. There's separation here. And then if you see in the back, it smooths everything out instead of creases.
Yeah, that's really nice. So as far as figuring out fit, whether you're, hopefully looking at Ruby Ribbon, because trust me, they changed my life too. I've got one on right now. But for all the women out there, how do you measure yourself for a bra?
So the best measurements to get are your bust, which is the fullest part around your breast. Okay. So I recommend measuring in a bra because especially if you have bigger boobs, you want to be able to get that fullness. Mm-hmm. So definitely an unpadded bra. And then also your bust, which is around your rib cage, right under your breast.
So you would take the tape and go underneath for the bust. Okay.
Yep. And so that gives us like your, what would be your band measurement. And that's kind of where we start. And then depending on your breast measurement is how we would size up in the camis. So for me, my measurements are a 36-47. So because it's such a big difference, I have to size up 1 to 2 sizes for the cami to fit. And because they don't fit like bras, I was really nervous, like that's going to be too loose on me. Mm-hmm. But with the variable compression, it actually allows for more room for my cup. But because my cup is larger, it actually works with the size of the cami. And the compression is what makes it comfortable and form to my body.
Right, because I have one on right now and it doesn't feel too tight. I don't feel like I'm a sardine, like I'm being sucked in at all. But I mean, I'll show you. So I mean, I've got D's, they're boobs. I've got D's, they're being held up, very nicely. It's very comfortable. There's no underwire here. You can see I've got the black one. I love that they're separated. Like you said, I live in Phoenix. It's a little warm here. And even on days when when the sun's out for you, like you've got that humidity level over there and it's a little bit warm. It's nice to have a little separation in the girls.
Yeah. Mine are always touching, even in my bra. I mean, they're not touching here. There is separation, but it's just, they're touching. But what's great is they're also moisture wicking and it's breathable. So even I wear my camis in the humidity, and to me, it's not even like, it doesn't create the heat. It actually absorbs the moisture from my body, keeping my skin dry, which is really nice out here. My shirt doesn't even get wet. It's just my cami.
Yeah, that's nice. I always hate walking in somewhere and, you have a lighter color shirt on like I do now. And you got this big blob right there in the middle.
Like I can't even see. So like someone will be like, oh, you're all sweaty under there. I'm like, well, thanks.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, great. I didn't see it.
So we kind of talked a little bit about my next question, and that is, how should your bra feel? We know that the smoothing of the back and everything, which you can see in mine, it's doing that. You don't have that.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there. You know how when you clasp it, usually with the regular bras, it's got that kind of pokes you in the spine. And if you lay down on your back, it pokes you in the spine. Yeah. I quite like that this one doesn't do that. But talk to us a little bit about how it should feel.
Honestly, I say it should feel like you're wearing nothing or wearing just like a light camisole. It shouldn't feel tight or restrictive. It should be completely comfortable. If it's tight and you are feeling suffocated, it's too small. And if it's bunching up and it's feeling like loose, then it's just too big. But if it's fitting, to me, it's like a second skin. I don't even notice it and I feel like I'm braless.
Yeah, for these for sure.
One of the things is like shoulders. So I have permanent indents.
Oh my.
And I've heard people being told, like, if it doesn't indent your shoulders, it's not fitting. But and so that causes a lot of strain on your shoulders and your neck. I mean, strain, a lot of us have a lot of back pain. With these, they are like digging in, but I don't feel them. They don't bother me. And it's kind of in my permanent indents. But the compression actually works with your muscles in your back. So the compression is what's really holding me up for the most part. So
I
that,
got you.
and it gives this like a huge break.
So we're not relying on the shoulders, which we
Yeah.
do in your more traditional bra, I guess we would call it, which I've seen that too. And I've had that too. So I'm a little bit larger on top for my frame. And, this bra does not dig in whatsoever. Not at all. Or this dummy, I should say. But my other bras that I'm slowly fading away from that are collecting dust more and more that I know you, they do dig in. So I totally know what you mean. And not only is that painful, especially at the end of the day, but you can see it in your shirt too. So now you've got like the bra mark here and the bra marks here and the bra marks everywhere. And I don't know, if I'm wearing a cute shirt, I want you to see the shirt, not all the bra marks.
Yeah.
So they're definitely comfortable. And I too had that question when we first started talking, because I really wanted to try this. As soon as I saw you and met you, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try that. I thought that they were going to be a little warm, especially because I live here in Phoenix, but that's not the case at all. So that's good to know.
Yeah, I was concerned about the heat too, to where I planned on having demis for summer here, but I haven't even when I wear the demi, it's great, but I haven't had a problem wearing the camis just because it's not creating heat for me.
Mm-hmm. And the difference is that the cami is a little bit longer. So if you want the tummy coverage, it's kind of a one-stop shop, right?
Yes. So it's definitely, it's shapewear, and with the variable compression, it stretches and molds to you, which is a little different than other shapewear that I've tried. I don't like I think our founder, the reason she decided to go into shapewear is she was at an event and had to rip her shapewear off because she was so uncomfortable, and she threw it in the trash can and noticed a pile of shapewear. So everyone had been dumping their shapewear, and it was like a light bulb, like she knew what she had to do. Plus bras, everyone needs a comfortable bra.
Yeah, no kidding. That's funny. So what about breast health? Talk to us a little bit about breast health, especially if we're breastfeeding, that kind of thing. Can you speak to that at all?
I can, not a doctor, but I do know about our lymphatic system, all of our little lymph nodes, and we have a whole bunch in this area. So when you're wearing a traditional bra, it's tight, it's constricting, which is why it's leaving those marks, and it actually restricts the blood flow to your lymph node system. When you're nursing, that can create mastitis and clogged milk ducts. If you've ever had one of the, I am grateful. I've never had mastitis, but clogged milk ducts. My last baby, which is when I really got involved with Ruby Ribbon, I was nursing. I'd had one or two, and they're just miserable. You're rubbing them out. And then I got to Ruby Ribbon. I hadn't had one since.
Wow.
Because it's not blocking anything. And it's because of the soft molded cups that stretch to you. So, our bodies change constantly, especially when you're breastfeeding. So as my breasts would engorge and go down after feeding, the cami would change with me. A lot of women are nervous about weight loss, and these will actually fluctuate with you up to around 25 pounds. We have ladies wearing the same camis because it's going to work with your body.
That's awesome. That's interesting. And thank you for answering that question before I even had it.
Did you get to that one? Were you going to get?
No, I was thinking about it though, because I'm like, okay, so I started this big, I think you probably have seen it or heard it. I started this big workout thing at the end of May and changed my whole diet and all of that. And I have, I'm a little bit smaller than I was when I first started out. And so that is a great question because we can fluctuate a little bit up or down. So it's good to know that you don't have to run out and buy a whole new set, if you fluctuate a little bit.
Well, and another thing that's really nice is the longevity of them. We recommend getting 2 to 3 to start. That way you can rotate them because it's best to give it that 24 hours after being washed and it's drying so it can reform to its original shape. Like I stretch the cups of my camis every time I wear them, because after I wash it, it has basically reformed. And it does over time wear like anything, but the average life of a good bra is around 6 months. And these can definitely surpass that if they're taken care of properly.
And so you suggest washing and air drying, right?
Yeah, so you can machine wash them. I do it on hand wash with my machine, and it's just with like a clean and clear detergent. I really like the Norwex detergent.
Me too.
Yeah, I love it. So I use that, and I just wash it on cold with hand wash, and then I just hang them to dry, and I leave them so they can reset for about 24 hours.
Awesome.
So it's tough if I forgot to wash them and I have to wash them all at once. Then I'm like, I just hang loose on that day.
Right? We've all been there, done that before. Tell me what your favorite thing is about what you do.
It'd really be about helping women ditch their bras. I haven't worn a bra since finding them, and except for to take pictures of the marks that my bras leave, or to do before and afters to show the difference in the support I get from my bra as opposed to what I'm getting from my cami, because a lot of people think, how is that going to be supportive? I laughed when I first pulled it out of the box, like, what? How is this supposed to work? But I was left speechless after putting it on because of the support that I did get. I totally lost my train of thought.
That's totally fine. That's okay. It happens. We're moms, and you have 4 kids, so you have 4 excuses for that.
Yes.
Tell me what your favorite thing is.
Yeah, so it's definitely helping women. Like, we can help women of all shapes and sizes, women who've had breast surgeries and scarring. We've had ladies successfully find it who have fibromyalgia.
Oh, wow.
So there's lots of ways. Prosthetics fit inside of them. It's really nice to be able to give them that other option, because a lot of the times, you go to the store and you get what you get, and it typically isn't right. And if you've been sized at a store, which I've been sized everywhere. Specialty stores are definitely the best at it. But even then, like, you get the bra, but they don't have the next size that you need, or one cup is tighter than the other, and that's what we're stuck with. So it's definitely my favorite thing would be that we can just fit everyone, and it's comfortable and it works.
Awesome. And I can attest, because I've had one since March, I've had one, I think.
Yeah.
And I just got the camo one.
Yes.
And I can't wait for it to come in. I'm so excited.
You will love it. And did you see, so I don't think I posted it yet. We have a new camo one, and it's a fog camo. So it's gray. It's a lighter camo.
Oh, well, send it on over, sister, because anything camo, and you've got my attention. I love that print. All right, Natalie.
For me.
Yeah. All right, Natalie. Well, it's been awesome. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If any of our audience members would like to reach out to you and ask you some questions, is that okay?
Yeah, I'm here to answer questions. Never any pressure. If I can help you in any way, I would love to.
Awesome. And what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
Definitely doing Facebook Messenger, or if you guys wanted to text me, that's fine too. My phone number is 714-469-5954. I'll respond to that too. Just let me know, you're from MOMnation.
Awesome. All right, Natalie. Oh, and you're in the market this week.
I am in the market.
Yes.
And it's been awesome.
Yes.
And I definitely have offers going on. I still have some 50%. I think I have 3 buy one, get one 50% off coupons left. Yeah, so definitely check it out. There's amazing things in the market this go around.
Super. All right, ladies, I will link the market link to the show notes too, because I totally forgot to do that before we hopped on. Silly me. So I will do that. Thank you so much, Natalie. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.